Welcome to this holy instant now. An instant to stop and remember. Remember who and what you truly are, beyond the matrix of fear, lack, and limitation. All that seems to limit you in this world is only an illusion that demands your continued belief and attention in order to have any power over you. Now is your opportunity to let go of whatever stands in the way of your complete awareness of your true and original self. And now, sit back with your spine upright, get comfortable, and take a deep, slow breath. And as you exhale, release both past and future. Release both memory and imagination, and become fully present in the now. And let's begin. Today, we practice with this idea to facilitate our spiritual evolution and awakening. The name of God is my inheritance. We live in a world of symbols and names. This dream matrix leads us to a perception of separation and judgment. However, this perception is not the ultimate reality, because there lies a truth beyond names, beyond symbols and appearances. Today, we take a sacred journey of awakening as we learn to question the foundations of this world and embrace a new perception that is rooted in divine unity. There is one name for all there is and all that there ever will be. This one name unifies all things and leads us to peace. In recognizing the name of God as our true identity, we can transcend the illusions of the dream matrix and experience true communion in the oneness of creation. Are you willing to claim your true identity and transcend the limitations of the world? Take a deep, slow breath now, and as you let it go, connect with a sense of purpose and intent that will guide you through the rest of your practice period. The purpose of today's practice is to challenge the perception of separation and the belief in the reality of separate names and symbols. By recognizing the role of names in carving out separate entities and emphasizing space between things, we can begin to question the validity of the world's teaching and the illusions that it presents. The outcome of mastering this lesson is the realization that all names are unified, and there is one name that represents the truth of all reality, the name of God. By accepting this one name and unifying our perception, we dissolve the barriers of separation, heal the perception of division, and embrace the inheritance of peace and unity that the name of God bestowed upon us. So take a deep breath now, and as you exhale, release your attention from the past and the future. Sink deeply into presence and open your mind to a different perception and an insight into your true self. Recognize that you live by symbols. A different name is given to all the different aspects of perception that you want to separate from the rest. Each one becomes a separate entity. The space that you lay between all things is emphasized, and by this, you think you are established as a unity on its own, which functions with an independent will. This same assumption you lay upon each separate thing that you define. The nameless things were given names, and thus reality and meaning was given them as well. Yet this way of reality is made by partial vision. The enemy of this partial way of seeing is oneness, and the vision that sees differently, that is rooted in that divine sense of unity, becomes the threat which the partial vision offered by the dream matrix must overcome, must conflict with, and must deny. Any learning which stops with what the world would teach stops short of true meaning. A new perception can be gained when all the arbitrary names the world bestows are withdrawn as they are raised to doubt. Yet names and symbols are not your enemy. You have none, and you still have need to use the symbols of the world a while, but do not be deceived by them as well. They do not stand for anything at all. They become but the means by which you can communicate in ways the world can understand, but which you recognize is not the unity where true communication can be found. Use all the little names and symbols which delineate the world of darkness, yet do not accept them as your reality. And do not forget that all things share the name of God along with you. God has no name, and yet his name becomes the final lesson that all things are one, and at this lesson all learning ends. All names are unified. All space is filled with truth's reflection, and every gap is closed and separation healed. Take another deep, slow breath now, and as you let it go, open your awareness to the true perception in which all things are unified under a single name, sharing all the qualities of divinity and reflecting only truth. And begin the time of silence in which you receive the inheritance of God with these words. The name of God is my inheritance. No one can fail who seeks the meaning of God's name. Experience must come to supplement the word. But first, you must accept one name for all reality and realize the many names you gave its aspects have distorted what you see, but have not interfered with truth at all. One name we bring into our practicing. One name we use to unify our sight. And though we use a different name for each awareness of an aspect of God's creation, we understand that they have but one name, which God has given them all. And it is this name we use in practicing. And as we do, all foolish separations disappear which kept us blind, and we are given strength to see beyond them. Now our sight is blessed with blessings we can give as we receive. Infinite Creator, your name is ours. In it we are unified with all living things, and you who are their one Creator. What we made and call by many different names is but a shadow we have tried to cast across your own reality. And we are glad and thankful we were wrong. All our mistakes we give to you, that we may be absolved of all effects our errors seem to have. And we accept the truth you give in place of every one of them. Your name is our salvation and freedom from the illusions we made. Your name unites us in the oneness, which is our inheritance and peace. And to your name we turn now to receive and give as we receive. And now, as you approach the completion of this practice period, take one more deep, slow breath in, drawing in all of the energy and frequency of your practice, breathing all the way to the top, and for a moment hold it as you behold the intention to integrate the fruits and insights of your practice into your perception and thought system now. And as you exhale slowly, relax and release and allow the integration to take place. And remember to bring this feeling and this awareness with you into the rest of your day. The name of God is your inheritance. See it this day, reflected in everything you see, and claim it as your own. And as we close this practice period, take a moment to feel gratitude. Give thanks for yourself to showing up and saying yes to your awakening, the healing of your mind, and the revelation of the truth in your life. And for a moment, contemplate how this day will be lived differently now that you are aware and in remembrance of your oneness with the infinite Creator. If you feel inspired, share in the comments about your revelation and the decision of how you will live this day in the awareness of the truth. May you be at peace and know your true self.